Hey there, Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Moon, Capricorn Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. So today we're going to cover the Moon Astrology for the week of November 23rd through November 29th. And the reason I like to cover the Moon Astrology, following what the moon does, focusing in on what the moon does, is it affects how we feel throughout the week as different things play out. And so how you feel is kind of how you experience the week. So I think it's important to kind of focus on that a little. Okay, so first off, I want to thank all of you that left me so many comments last week. I'm really excited to looking forward to getting to the messages at the end of this video. I want to invite and encourage everyone to go ahead and participate and do that again this week because I'm so enjoying it. I'm actually doing it again next week. So if you'd like to have a special message for you, please leave me a comment and I will pull a card at the end of next week's reading to give you your own special mini private reading right there, right? Okay. And if you are a subscriber, thank you. I really appreciate that. I have noticed this week that there were a couple of channels that I'm subscribed to that I wasn't getting notified when they went live, and I thought, what is going on? And I went in and I checked, and it was on. I hit the notification bell, but I put it on personal or YouTube did because I didn't think they were, and I used to get those notifications. And so make sure that you have it on all notifications. So, wow, what? Oh, what a great looking week you guys have ahead. Holy cow. Okay, so you have a new opportunity for something that you love, a creative project or a relationship that is going to bring the happiness. Because first we have this, the Fool. The Fool is stepping off. It's taking a risk. It's going for it. But look, he's stepping out of this, work zone into all that beauty. I don't think it's a mistake. And it's followed up by the King of Cups. This is emotionally balanced and feeling emotionally fulfilled, followed by the Four of Wands. Oftentimes a marriage card and definitely depicted here, but I think here it's depicted more like a renewal of vows than anything. It is like an anniversary party or something. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful energy. And so I noticed that there's a little timing difference here, and I'm having that trouble intermittently today. And I'm not really sure what it's about. I kind of think that when my neighbors are using their phone's hotspotter or something, or I don't know. It's got something to do with the network of their phones. It's interfering with my stuff, and I don't really understand it. But I'm sorry. Terribly, terribly sorry. All right, so let's get into this. So we start off with that moon in Pisces on Monday. That moon in Pisces is going to come into conjunction with Neptune. Neptune is so crawling along super, super, super slow. And then it is going to station direct on Friday, and then it will actually start moving forward on Monday when we have that eclipse in Gemini happening. So, just as a reminder, when we say planets are retrograde, they're not actually moving backwards. When we say they're moving slowly, they're not actually moving slowly. It has to do with the distance from our planet that they are in their rotation around the sun. So, but the closer they are, the more they appear to be moving backwards, and the more energy they contain. And the more it's kind of like the static that I'm getting here trying to record this thing. That's the closer it is, the more complications that it creates in the communication. And so like when Mercury is in retrograde, communications get all messed up. Well, Neptune's been in retrograde, and Neptune is all about your dreams and your goals and your communication with spirit. And when it gets closer and that static gets in the way, I think it's kind of like when you're looking at something and then suddenly it's really close. You can see some things better, but you don't get the whole picture. And so the more space there is, as Neptune starts moving further out in its orbit here, then it creates an opportunity to be able to discern a little more easily between what is reality and what is an illusion, and what your dreams are and your goals are, and then how can you achieve them. And so there's kind of this energy this week of really looking at that. And so when you have Neptune in Pisces and the moon in conjunction with it, and then that follows up with this really supportive energy during the end of Monday, where it comes into the sextile, the supportive energy with Pluto, and then Jupiter, and then Saturn. It's about how do you want to manifest and create this dream and bring it into reality. And so it's a really good time to do some journaling, to put some things down on paper so that you can decide when you take this leap of faith. I really feel like that it is a very good looking opportunity here. So you have, be authentic to who you are. Be you. Be authentic to who you are. Whatever this dream, this goal, this thing that you're going after, it is going to manifest itself in a very emotionally satisfying way. And it does not matter. It could be a relationship, obviously. I mean, look at these cards. Okay. But it could be so many other things. It could be a project that you're trying to get off the ground, but it's a project that is your soul's purpose, and so it really, really touches you. It could be, changing a job, but the new job provides you with this sense of emotional satisfaction and happiness at the end of the day, instead of feeling like, gosh, I really hate this place and I just want out of here. Who says that? And then doesn't do anything about it? Wait, I know some people. Okay, so be authentic to who you are. You are being asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel. And Pisces, the moon in Pisces always asks you, how do you really feel about that? How do you feel about that? So be willing to be honest with yourself. And as the moon moves on into Aries at 10:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., the moon is going to be in a really nice supportive energy with the sun. So the two luminaries are supporting each other and illuminating how you feel and allowing you to get a better lay of the land. And so it's a really good time to go through this process of discernment, of recognizing what are your fears, and then being willing to release them. Okay, so that bothers me. Okay, I'm letting it go. That bothers me. Okay, I'm letting it go. And why is that important? Because when you focus on something, you manifest it, you create it. So don't focus on those fears. If he's worried about whether or not that first step is a doozy, he's not going to step off. And look what's waiting for him. There's so much good stuff. And if he lets fear hold him back, he's never going to get to that beautiful place. So create these healthy boundaries around yourself where you are like, I know that I am safe and I am guarded. Whoa, I am safely guarded. It's late. I am safely guarded from the negative energies. I am giving myself a space bubble in which to grow, in which to stretch, in which to chase down my dreams and really figure out what it is that I want. So it is an opportunity for you to do a little realignment. Okay, so when I see this, I think of Nancy. Hey there, Nancy. So Nancy is down there in the chat box, in the description box under One Stop Healing. Realign. So realign with your values, realign with your goals, or realign, get your chakras realigned. But realignment with your authentic self, right? Being who you are. Being really true and authentic to who you are, because then you have prosperity. I love these little dragons. They're the garden dragons. So we have the cantaloupe dragon and the cranberry dragon. The cantaloupe dragon, okay, so that brings to mind the solar plexus energy, right? Realigning with your sense of self-confidence and your self-worth and your self-esteem, like really lining up with who you really are. And prosperity is just prosperity. And whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, I think that whatever it is, financially prosperous, possibly prosperous, here we go. But it's the emotional satisfaction. I was just telling someone the other day, people take a job for money, but they stay because they feel appreciated. They stay when they feel appreciated. After a while, if you don't appreciate me, I don't care how much money you're paying me, I'm out the door. I stay for appreciation in so many situations in my life. Okay, so a little heads up on the astro weather. Wednesday and Thursday could be a little tense. People could be a little moody, especially if you're here in the U.S. and we're being told, don't hang out with anyone that lives outside of your home for the holidays. That's a lot of people are very stressed out about it. Some people are not going to do that, obviously, but other people will adhere to it, and they will be a little disappointed to have to do the virtual Thanksgiving. But Thanksgiving, if you think about it, what are you supposed to do? That is the first Thursday, which is Saturn energy, Jupiter energy, in Sagittarius, which is Jupiter energy. So it's about recognizing and counting your blessings. And one of the blessings you should recognize and count is your good health, and you should do what you can to protect it, and protect those that you love, right? So Mercury is in Scorpio, and it is going to be opposing Mars in Aries on Wednesday, and that could make for some difficult communications. So heads up on that. And then Mars is going to square off with all those planets up there in Capricorn, and they will affect you, and so you'll be feeling this Moon in Mars irritation energy. So, this is something to kind of be aware of. Wow. What in the heck are you guys doing? Ooh, do tell. Do tell. Without giving away too much, because I don't want to take any of your big secrets, but things look really good on the career front for you, I have to say. So on Thursday evening at 10:30 p.m., the moon is going to move into Taurus. Taurus is very supportive energy. It's a fellow earth sign. And so when the moon is in Taurus, there is this sense of taking that idea and grounding it down into reality and creating something substantial with it, right? And so taking part of that is really, you have visualize abundance in all forms. And I believe this is where you find the emotional satisfaction along with the financial satisfaction. Visualize abundance in all forms. God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. That is why it's so important to release those fears, because everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. So it's going to take willpower, and it's going to take focus, and it's going to take determination, and it's going to be, okay, this is my vision, this is my dream, this is what I'm manifesting. And all those little doubts and everything, I have a protective bubble around me, and I am just going to let them flow over and flow on and just get out of here. You're not allowed to live here. Scary fears. So the moon is going to conjunct with Uranus in the afternoon on Friday. There could be a sudden inspiration, a sudden idea, thought. I feel like this is going to be supportive of what you're trying to accomplish because it is in a fellow earth sign. This is your house of creativity, children, romance, fun. So bringing that emotional satisfaction into your life. And Mercury is going to be in a really nice aspect with, it'll be sextiling Pluto. And so that's going to be this energy of communicating the transformation that you want to make to others, possibly. Definitely to yourself, but remember to be authentically who you are, right? You are asked to be real and true pertaining to who you are and how you feel, communicating in a truly authentic way what you would like to bring into your life. And so tough conversations will be better held over the weekend than they will be during the middle of the week, just saying. On Sunday at 10:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S., the moon moves into Gemini. But those few hours before the moon moves into Gemini, it moves in that nice trine supportive energy with the planets up in Capricorn. And so it is a great time to get organized on whatever it is you're trying to transform in your life, what you're trying to expand, and then lay the structures and the groundwork. So it's a good time if you can get up a little early and spend time putting it on paper, figuring out what your action steps are, maybe actually doing something, you know, organizing something, setting something in motion to take you forward. And then when the moon moves into Gemini, it's time to start thinking about what you're willing to release and let go of. In order to create space and balance in your life. This card really speaks to me about having it all and being, so he's creating, he's growing, and he's emotionally satisfied, and it's emotional balance. The King of Cups is always about emotional balance. And that full moon eclipse that's coming up next week is in Gemini. If you are a Capricorn rising, this would be your 6th house of work-life balance, of health. So what are you willing to let go of to create space, to bring this sense of balance into your life? There's going to be a lot of focus on that over the next 18 months because of the eclipses. So really a good thing to do. Now, if you are not a Capricorn rising, you're a Capricorn sun or a Capricorn moon, you know that there is something that you are working on, that you need to create space by releasing and letting something go. Follow your intuition on that. If you don't know your chart, follow your intuition. You will be right. I guarantee it. When you listen to your higher self, you always know the right answer, really and truly. So make some time, create some space this week to, you know, visualize what it is you want. What do you need to let go of? What's holding you back from there? And not dwell on the fears. If that's what you got to release to let go of, that's what you got to release to let go of. You're willing to let go of the fears or whatever coming up with this. So let's get a little more guidance for you. Inner power. See? Listen to your intuition. Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. I'm going to read this other card to you once again. It says, you have such great spiritual power that everything you visualize becomes reality. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want. So you can manifest from this beautiful new opportunity, this beginning here, this sense of emotional well-being and balance. Looks like it's got legs. That's beautiful. 4 legs of stability. All right, let's get you a crystal card with an affirmation, and then we are going to switch gears and go into the special card pulls for, I have 6. Looks like I have 6 of you. I'm so excited. All right, so let's see what we have here. So be sure to leave me a comment so that you can get a card for next week for you. It'll be out of a different deck, I'm sure. All right, here we go. For many of you, this is how you figure out how to create the emotional balance in your life so that you have this healthy relationship with yourself and with others, and possibly where you work or whatever it is you're doing. That becomes really important because you have black obsidian. I pay attention to what is going on around me and within me. I am attentive. This is about releasing negative thoughts, maintaining attention on the present moment, increasing situation awareness, and improved responsible thoughts and actions. I don't think it's wrong to take a risk that looks like it's going to turn out like that, though. Okay. And then we have Malachite. Look at this. This is the green heart. I don't know. Did I show you the black obsidian? Okay. Malachite's got these patterns, these beautiful patterns, and it's the green of the heart chakra. And it's about health and healing. And so it says, I recognize repetitive patterns and choose love, compassion, and kindness. You know that thing where you say, oh, why does that always happen to me? Pay attention to that. I pay attention to what's going on around me and within me, right? A lot of times when people point something out to us and we don't like it, that's a good thing to take a look at. but be your authentic self. Just because someone says that about you doesn't make that about you. A lot of times it makes it about them. So learn to discern between that. But if you continually do things the same way you've always done them, we all know how that goes, right? You get what you always got. So try to find a new way to create your new reality. Be willing to step off and try something new and different in order to create a change in your life that is positive. So it says create healthy patterns in relationships. Connect with the sweetness of life. Maintain heart-centered awareness and get to the heart of the matter. And the heart of the matter is you being authentically you. Being willing to say, this is what's important to me. This is who I am, you know, and equally matched vibrational energy will welcome that. And if they don't, it is okay that that is what you release with that full moon in Gemini. All right. You guys have a great week. Let's get on to the private cards. I can't wait to see you all next week. All right, so we're going to start first with Sue. We're going to get the special card message from Spirit for Sue. Message for Sue. Special guidance for Sue. What is it that Sue most needs to know? How can you help Sue the most? What is the information and the guidance that is necessary for Sue to know at this time? Ooh. You have peacefulness. It looks like a little gypsy house that's the shape of a heart. I have a peaceful, tranquil, and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. I can bring guests, but any person, thought, or event that brings drama or chaos is not invited. My heart is a special property, and I'm going to keep it that way so that we can all keep on enjoying it and I can get my security deposit back. That is you being authentically you about what's important to you so that you can create this for yourself. I have a peaceful and tranquil and untroubled heart. This is where I choose to spend my time. So, this bubble here, this is you letting the drama go away. This is you not investing in those stupid conversations that just are stressful. This is turning off whatever noise is invading your center of tranquility, because you deserve to have that create that happy space for you wherever you find it, and then defend it. I'm sorry. I'm the bouncer here, and you have to leave my happy place. I have a nephew that I was talking to last week. Now, he's on the spectrum, and I try to talk to him a lot. But last week was particularly difficult. I finally said, I have to go. And he was upset. And I texted him back instead of calling him back. And I said, I love you. I love you so much. But right now, I need to protect my space. And I'm a little stressed. And I will be happy to talk to you when I'm ready. But in the meantime, I just want you to know I love you and I'm not mad at you. So then he called me the next day. And then he texted me, are you going to answer the phone? And I sent him back a message. I'm still not ready to talk. Then he called me the next day, and he called me the next day, and I texted him. I said, I love so much that you were checking in on me, but I'm still not ready to talk. I'm being very protective of my space right now because I feel very fragile about a few things. And so I encourage you to allow yourself that space too, however or whoever you have to do it to. And it does touch my heart that he's reaching out, and I'm almost ready. Maybe tomorrow. I will take the opportunity to speak with him. I have a feeling the conversation will not go down that same road, though, because he doesn't like it. But he's been very respectful, and so it's been good for him, too. So I hope that it's helpful for you. And I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Okay, this one is for Cherokee. Cherokee, you have strength. You do. You have strength. And this is a reminder, I told you in the Sagittarius one that randomly you left a message on Leo, so look for one there. You are hereby declared a strong, resilient warrior of heroic proportions. Enjoy your battles wherever they are, because you're guaranteed to come through them stronger, brighter, and more compassionate. And based on what I know about mythology, probably with great hair and a six-pack. Oh. Straight. And we both know what that's about. All right. We're going to move on to Nancy. Hey there, Nancy. We haven't chatted in seems like forever, but I think it's only been a week or two. All right, let's see what Spirit's message is for you. You got my favorite card. You got the Dino Tank. Look at that. All right. It says power. I am strong. I am grounded. I am powerful. This sounds like you. I am like a cross between a dinosaur and a tank, but not a tank that is used for war. I am like a peaceful, loving dino tank who feels so strong it doesn't need to do anything but be. It doesn't need to do anything but be your true, authentic self. A peaceful, loving dino tank. Excellent. All right. Let's see what's up for Betty here. Hi, Betty. Hopefully, I don't know you personally, so let's see what the message is from Spirit, and hopefully I'll interpret it in a way that's very helpful for you. So, Spirit, please help me to have some guidance, and how can we help? How can we help Betty? Give her the message that she most needs. What is Betty most needs to know at this time? Clear guidance. I've never seen this one. Okay, it's called Options. And I know the lighting's not fabulous, so I'm going to tell you what it is. It looks like an ice cream bowl, right? But it's got a big scoop of what looks like either mint chocolate chip or pistachio. And it's got the whipped cream and a cherry on it. And then it's got a toothpick in it with a, one of those little miniature sausage snack things, right? And it's got a brownie in there. Is it a brownie or a cupcake brownie with nuts on it? It's got a turkey leg and it's got a shrimp. It's called Options. You have options. As I open to the abundant possibilities of my life's path, I am reminded that I always have unlimited options. Life is a buffet, and I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest without limiting thoughts like, you can't put mac and cheese on your baked potato. Oh, that sounds really good. Mac and cheese on a baked potato. I'd want some broccoli in there too, but yeah. Ooh, and some ham. You can do whatever you want. You have options, right? So it says, be authentic to who you are. You are asked to be real and true pertaining who you are and how you feel. You have options. I allow myself to choose whatever makes me happiest. What is going to end up making you feel this way? That's the choice. The choice is yours. Being authentically you will help you get there. And then you have the path to Joyville, this way to Joyville. No judgment. I release myself from any and all judgments. I find my inner critic, call it into the office, and I tell it, take a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh and begin to enjoy the joy of simply being. I mean, who hired that guy anyway? This way to Joyville. Joyville, this is about you picking you. This is about you being willing to tell your nephew, I can't talk this week. This is about you saying, these are my boundaries, these are my limits, and this is what makes me happy and makes me feel balanced, and then following through on. This is you being authentically you. That was helpful. I feel like you're making a decision. And so when you're making this decision, make it based on what will authentically make you happy, not on what you think others expect you to do, definitely not on guilt or regret. This is a no judgment zone. This is the only thing that is important here, is that when you are following your soul's path, that's when you feel that joy and that peace inside. So seek the joy and the peace inside, and you will know you are doing the right thing. Okay? All right. Hey there, Elizabeth. How's it going? You've been on my mind. All right. Let's get some guidance for Elizabeth for this week. Perseverance. I don't know if you can see it, but you can certainly see how pretty that color is. It's that aquamarine color. I think this has to do with what you are creating. It says, it seems you are on a massive journey right now. And this card has arrived to remind you that you will reach the other side, even when it doesn't seem like it'll ever get there. Okay, the mountain you are climbing is huge and formidable, but so is your ability to climb it. You don't need to enjoy it. You just need to tackle it. Which is so the opposite of everything else. But it is also about being authentically you. It is accomplishing something. It is massive. It is a lot to do. And it's not always easy. And Capricorn knows how to do the hard work, right? And so, and you have all those other placements that are really about digging in, right? It's really about digging in. So, complain if it makes the job easier. Blow off steam. You think mountain climbers get to the top of Everest on inspirational quotes? No way. They are grunting and crying and cursing like freaking pirates. That just doesn't sell a whole lot of posters. So, be authentically you. Allow yourself to feel your feels. You're not wrong. How you feel is how you feel. That's authentic, right? And just keep moving. I don't think you really have a choice, but keep moving. All right, Dale, my friend Dale, how are you doing, girl? I miss you on Monday nights. And you're welcome to come back anytime. Just let me know. All right, so Dale, what do we got going on for Dale? What is the best advice and guidance that you can give Dale? Give me a clear message so that I can translate it and bring the guidance that she most needs at this time. Well, Dale, you got a whole, wow, truckload. Aw, so nice. Okay, let's start with this one first. We have communication. Wonder how that other person's feeling? Ask them. Wish you knew how you were. Wish they knew how you were feeling? Tell them. You have just been drafted into the communication army, where there is a strict do ask, do tell policy. Speak with kindness and gentleness and reach an understanding. If you don't, assumptions will just make asses of everyone, including the guy who came up with that aphorism. So communication, whatever is going on here, it is important to communicate. And it really is important to communicate. So you have wonder. I'm going to get to why the communication, I'm looking at it as I'm like, the communication is important, but I want to cover this wonder one. Wonder Woman? Yes, Wonder Woman, that's you. Okay, it is a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder. And when I am a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, I shout, encore! And be tickled when it happens again. But when something maddening happens, I can laugh it off. Either way, I'm glad I got a ticket to the show. And of course, you can't laugh everything off, right? But you can roll with the punches. You can say, okay, today I found joy and happiness in this. And I found joy and happiness in that. And I found joy and happiness in this. And so we come back to the counting of the blessings. You have engagement, and this is not necessarily getting married. However, it is about putting yourself out there a little bit. Today, I make the conscious choice to engage with the world in an active way. I'll take a new route and talk to strangers. I will smell flowers and pet dogs, and maybe walk around barefoot for a while if I'm not inside a 7-Eleven. Yeah, no barefooting inside a 7-Eleven. I know in Florida you could probably get away with it, but don't do it there either. At the very least, I'll have a day that's slightly more interesting than average, and at the most, I'll have a startling epiphany or make a friend who will change my life forever. There's no pressure. So, finding new ways to go out there and engage with other people, communication, I know we're on the same wavelength here, so some of those ideas and thoughts you had, go with it. And then you have this. I don't know if you can see this. It's a little car wrapped up in paper and a bow, and it says good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper, but they will show up when the time is just right, and that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. Taking the risk gives you the opportunity for this. And good things to come. That feels like a promise from Spirit. They're co-creating that for you, but in order for that to work, you have to do your part, which is the communication and the engagement out there in general, and being willing to count your blessings along the way and let the crap roll off your back as best you can. It's a daily, it's like a muscle, and what I'm seeing is a muscle, like somebody building muscles. So it takes practice, it takes effort. I get that. But I also know you. And you are a beautiful, bright soul, and you can do this. All right? All right, everybody. I will see you back here next week. I really enjoyed this. Be sure to leave a comment so we can chat again next time. All right. I'll see y'all soon.